Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the situation battle of the last couple of weeks, Conspiracy Sector, which is the episode of Gundam 0083 where South Burning dies. I'm not sure which of our two Gym Customs would be burning in this case. I think he had a Gym Rifle and not a bazooka in this situation. But we've got, the GPO-1, we've got two Gym Cannons and two Gym Customs. The enemy team is Seema's Gelgug Marine and four other Gelgug Marines with varying degrees of weaponry. The beam rifle or the MMP-80. There's some of each to my recollection. I think I got to run the MMP-80 Gelgug once, but mostly I have wound up with specifically the Bazooka Gym Custom. And I was really happy about that swing because, I managed to hit two different enemies with the upswing, managed to miss my ally on the downswing, so could not have asked for better. Right now, it's I guess it's 1-on-2 on this side of the things, but number 4 is dealing with the two Marines, so it would be best if more people got over here, I feel like. But, that's always the complaint when I'm playing this. I feel like there could be more people over here where I'm dying than elsewhere where maybe one enemy is dying. That's just, kind of the nature of the beast if your team doesn't stick together very closely. Unfortunately, it's one of those days where, except for this round, which went really well, all the other teams I was on did not stick together closely and were against enemy teams that did. So, c'est la vie. I know I must have wandered off at a couple old points myself, so that's just how it works. But I was really happy with this round because a bazooka on ground is considered one of the easiest weapons to use. In my opinion, it's one of the harder ones in space because it has no ASL, unlike the machine guns, so, no, aim assist. It does not have particularly fast round velocity the way beam rifles do. The Hyper Bazooka Modified that the Gym Custom uses is one of the better ones in that regard, but it's still, bazooka shells are still slower than beams, generally. So, the fact that I was able to put some decent shots on people in space this round, even at decent range, I was really happy about, because that is frequently not easy. And just trying to keep that Gelgug Marine in place while we finish it off. And now, got one. Yeah, like I said, some decent shots here and there. Also making good use, I feel, of my Vulcans, which are, they do have ASL, and so if your next bazooka round is not ready to fire yet, it's a good thing to have. Let's see, and basically, this is another thing. If you're really good with your melee spacing on ground, if your awareness of that attack range, extends to space to the, how do I put it? If you can think about the hitboxes for your melee attacks, not just in terms of where they hit in front of you, but above and below too, you can do some really great things in space, in my opinion. Because you will probably notice that I end up below people a lot like that, because almost all the melee neutral swings sweep upwards, so get below them where it's harder for them to reach down than it is for you to reach up. So that's kind of my my take on it. Also, just because you can you can just be like halfway past something and then upswing. You can be like past the downward part of their neutral swing and already be be hitting them before in a position where they can't really counter easily. That's the other thing, is when you're attacking from below somebody it is significantly harder to land a counter tackle on you. So yeah, just melee spacing in space is, I guess I'm just feeling, maybe more confident in my space play than is warranted today, because this round again went pretty well. And just like, but I feel like if I'm good at anything in particular in space, it is melee spacing and positioning, which, yeah, like a lot of other things about fighting in 3 dimensions, gets harder. But yeah, like I said, if you get beneath them, a little bit harder to hit you. But it's 4-on-1 now, so I'm going to die. I'm just looking to hit what I can before I go out, and I did. With a little under 2.5 minutes to go, it's 8,500 to about 6,000, I think. So that's not bad. Yeah, 5810. That's not bad. Let's see. Yeah, I think everybody else. I think one person managed to survive fairly well before the rest of the team spawned in, but everybody else was, dead and waiting to respawn. So, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes that's your reward for surviving a little bit better than everybody else. Yeah, I was happy that shot connected too. That one was just luck, I feel like. But, yeah, that is sometimes your reward for surviving longer than anybody else, is that the enemy team gets to get you alone and surround you. But, when nobody else is alive, or only like one other person is alive and there's 4 people on you, it's not frustrating to me. When everyone else is alive and, like, I don't know, visiting their grandparents somewhere, it's just, yeah, so frustrating. And I had a lot of that this afternoon after this round. Like, this, I'm glad I got one good round out of this before things started to go pear-shaped, because, yeah, it was just really, really one of those nights. But like I've said before, I do, I like to try and at least be constructive about the things I'm complaining about. I do just complain sometimes, everybody does. But, let's see, brain is a little bit wandery, but I think I'm at least completing sentences with some moderate proficiency tonight, so that's something. Okay, yeah, hit that Marine dead on, 2,300. It rolled out of the stun, but that's okay. And yeah, I was about to say, somebody seems to have that dead to rights, so I'm just going to move over to this person now. Yeah, that's the thing of when, sometimes I feel like it's important to estimate how much of your team is necessary to handle a specific enemy or group of enemies. Seema Skelgug Marine, if there's 2 people on it, it's a good time for me to be targeting something else. One of these Skelgug Marines, if it's, like the one that got blown up a second ago, if it is nearly dead and nobody else is around, and there was me being smart and shooting scaffolding and getting myself stunned at the last second. But I got a last second stab in. But yeah, if something's low health and somebody else has a gun on it, and they're, knocked down and you think they're going to finish it off, it's just time to move to the next target. But yeah, I did pretty well. 3,307, assist of 1,032. Our GPO1 did 138,000 damage, but I managed 127. That is closer than I expected to the top slot there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Yeah, I think I heard they buffed the Gym Cannon 2s for this go round, because they do tend to adjust stats between weekends on the situation battles just to make sure everything is as well tuned as possible. Like I said before, I really hope they do like a collection of them, or a rotation that you can play in custom rooms, because situation battles are still great. I really like them.